Okay, well, with that, in perfect timing, Gordon, it's 7 o'clock. I'd like to call this February 25th meeting of the Bragg Township Board of Supervisors to order. Please rise for pledge of allegiance to our flag.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you would please join us in a moment of silence. Okay, citizen participation, this is for items on the agenda. Do we have any? Hearing none, we can move on to approval of the minutes. I'm going to abstain as December 26th meeting and January 28th. I was out of town both times, so one of you gentlemen will have to make a motion and the other to approve.
Actually, I'll make a motion to approve, actually, December 26th and January 28th.
And I'll second.
I abstain, so minutes from December 26th are approved, and you just did 26th. What did you do?
And
Oh, you did both, okay, so minutes from December 26th and January 28th are approved, thank
You
you
have
for
to
that.
call the vote though. It was moved and seconded.
Oh, Sean made the motion? And
All
Brad
made.
seconded.
Motion for both of
And
them.
then all in favor.
All in
Oh,
favor?
okay,
Aye.
okay.
Oh,
Aye.
okay.
You're abstaining.
And I'm abstaining.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that takes us to zoning code enforcement report and sewage enforcement report, which Daisy tells me we have none this month. So we'll move on to road report. Sean, please. Or who's doing the road?
Right.
Okay.
Plow and cinder, salt roads, mixed salt and cinder, repair edge of road to gateway at a cross pipe on Lamb's Gap. Spent multiple days cleaning up and organizing the shop, which looks really well. Took scrap metal to Raven and recycling. Repaired antifreeze leak on truck 1, installed new cutting edge on truck 2, installed new hydraulic lines on plow for truck 2. Took truck 1 to Turner for hydraulic repair. And installed new cutting edges on trucks 1 and 4, and took number 4 to LB Smith for the engine light and turbo making noise, which they got that back now. So the other one, the one's back, and the other one, I guess, is at Turner's for getting it.
Oh,
Okay.
how painful was the one at Elvis
Not as
Smith?
bad as I thought, $1,500.
Okay,
No,
that's
not-
cheap for those
Yeah,
trucks.
for them, yeah. That's really cheap.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that, Brad. I apologize. When you
No,
asked
it's
Sean if he had a road report, I thought you meant he was reading. Okay. Thanks for that, Brad. That takes us to rec board report, Nancy.
Okay, we did not meet this month, so the only thing I have to do is remind you that April 10th will be our history night, and that will be at 7 p.m., and it will be presented by Brian Hummel.
Okay, thank you for that, Nancy. Emergency management report. See Jim and Kurt are not here. Did we have anything from them
No,
to
our
pass
current
on?
is on vacation.
Yeah, he's in Florida.
Okay, good for him. Okay, financial treasurer's report, please, Daisy.
The general fund began with a balance January 1st, 2025 of $208,792.05, and receipts of $145,119.95, expenditures of $67,295.74, interest of $261.77, leaving us a balance February 1st in the general checking account of $286,878.03. The Penny Inn Bank General Checking Account had only interest activity and had a balance February 1st of $2,310.47. American Rescue Plan Funds Money Market Account began with a balance January 1st of $228,412.52. had interest of $678.98, leaving a balance February 1st in the American Rescue Plan Fund money of $229,091.50. The Bank of Landisburg General Savings Account had only interest activity and had a balance February 1st of $2,527.61. Liquid Fuels or Highway Aid account, the checking had only interest activity and had a balance February 1st of $95.42. And the Liquid Fuels Savings account had only interest activity and had a balance February 1st of $2,687.94. I think that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Daisy. Takes us to resolutions, 25-12, transfer matured general savings CD from Mid-Penn to Bank of Landisburg.
Yes, it's just a general savings. It was in a 9-month CD at 5.35%. It was approximately $75,000 at maturity, which will be Friday. And I propose taking it to the Bank of Landisburg for 19 months for 3.80%. Everything's dropping, if you haven't noticed. So I thought going maybe 19 months would be a little better than 4% for 12 months. So that's what that one is, just general monies.
Make a motion to approve resolution 25-12. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Brad, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 25-12 is approved. Taking us to resolution 25-13, transfer the 2025 liquid fuels allocation to a CD plus matured CD to 3-month CD at Mid-Penn Bank.
We'll be getting our allocation first week in March, and it's supposed to be a little over $118,000. It has decreased from the last 2 years. Every year it just seems like it's decreasing. We have a CD, a 6-month CD that was at 4.69%, and that is going to be combined with the 100, and that comes due like March 11th. So I'm going to combine those two together, and that way you only have one highway aid CD for approximately $124,768, and a 3-month CD at Mid-Penn at 4.05%. That's going to get you about $1,200 plus interest for 3 months. So I think it's worthwhile to do that, especially since our allocation is down again this year. And then when it matures in June, it should be deposited back into the highway aid checking for use in the budget for the road projects this year. So it's just a little bit of maneuvering the money, but we do end up with over $1,000 in interest because of it.
Motion?
I'll make a motion.
Brad makes the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 25-13 is approved. Takes us to old business. RTCA, Wright Township Community Association Notice of Violation Time Extensions Appeals Process. Where are we with that?
Mike might be handling that.
No.
Do you need this request or not? No? Okay.
No, so as the board recalls, there was a notice sent to the RTCA from our floodplain director dated January 30th. We received an email from Rebecca Schultz indicating that she received the document on February 1st. There was a 30-day period to appeal with the zoning hearing board, and the request is to extend the date from, she says, March 2nd, 2025 to May 2nd, 2025, because She indicates that she's gonna need to converse with professionals in the field, coordinate with DEP concerning the floodway management. She's waiting a response for a right-to-know request. And some other things there. So that's what the request is. My recommendation would be to deny the request, for two reasons. One is that the RTCA received a cease and desist letter from our engineer, and their contractor received the same cease and desist letter, and it was ignored. They continued to build a fence. And for the second reason is, if they appeal, the zoning hearing board will have to schedule a meeting within 60 days of the date of appeal. And, they could ask the zoning hearing board for a continuance at that point. Now, I don't know, the township may oppose it, but, if they don't believe that they're ready, then that would be up to the zoning hearing board, and then they could make that determination at that point in time. So to keep the thing moving, considering the fact that they ignored the cease and desist letters, I would recommend denying the request.
Okay. Based on the advice of Township Council, I'll make that motion to deny the request. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Brad, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Mike. That takes us to new business, spring cleanup, request for proposals.
I actually have two proposals. One is from Tiger and one is from Penways. And I think you'll see which one clearly is to our benefit.
Yeah, but not a whole lot, but yeah. Doesn't look like a big gap.
No, I didn't see it.
Do we have a date that we wanted them back by, or
Okay, so
The
yeah,
request, yeah, by last
by
Friday.
that Friday? Okay.
yeah.
That's about all we have to get.
Okay.
Lucky to get two.
Two.
Strongly
yeah.
recommend Tiger.
I sent out like 5 or 6.
Because they do.
Yeah, and that's all you got.
They
Yeah,
just
we know
don't
what we got.
respond. They said they don't have the.
And they probably don't have manpower to take care of it either.
As solid waste superintendent, do you wish to take the, respecting the position?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks like tiger trash, it's better, yeah. Yeah, I make a motion that we accept Tiger Trash's proposal.
You second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Tiger was awarded the contract.
Spring cleanup.
For spring cleanup.
And that actually is the same as last year.
Really? Well, good for them. Yeah, they always do a great job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've never had a problem with them, so that's good.
Yeah.
I will get that contract ready and then you can sign it on.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting those together, David. Bulk road salt contract with CoStars.
Okay, this is your annual CoStar's bulk road salt contract. We've left it at 140 tons for the past several years. That seems like a good number from what I've seen. What do you think?
Yeah, this year we just used more.
We used more, but we had more events.
Right, exactly, exactly.
But you are obligated to 60% of what you
Right.
say you're going to purchase, which we said 140 tons.
Right.
The minimum delivery is like 22 tons that we would get,
Right.
and the most we've ever got was 25. I think you have to watch the weight on them,
Okay.
but 60% of that is 84 tons.
Have we ever had an issue with that obligation portion? I mean, has it ever
No,
not
one
weighed in
year
our
we were
favor?
really close, we didn't use
Okay.
much, so we just had to buy another
Oh,
load.
okay, but it didn't,
No.
this year it was not,
better.
okay.
No, I don't remember ever any complications, except that one year, it was so warm.
It was warm,
We
right.
didn't use much at
Right.
all.
Right.
Okay, so we're making a motion to, what, were you making a motion?
Yeah, to keep it,
At 140
140
With
tons,
60% obligation.
right.
okay, and I'm authorized to do that online. for
Yes,
you.
please, yep, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Right now, it is, I don't know what it'll be next year, but it's $99.03 a ton.
Okay.
It went up. We are one of the higher ones. I think Mifflin County's higher and maybe Phillips County, or I can't remember.
Really?
One of those.
Wow.
What's down below, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Can't remember. It's to the south, because they don't
Okay.
use as
I
much.
know.
The ones to the north
Get a lot, so
better
yeah.
pricing, yeah.
Okay, that takes us to item C, the Barlup Plan, second time extension request.
Yes,
Story
they
on that.
want to extend now through the June Board of Supervisors meeting, which right now, unless it's changed, is June 24th.
Okay. You've been following this one, Sean?
I just, yeah,
Yeah. Recommendation?
yeah, we should probably give them the extension,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Is that a
Yeah,
motion?
yeah, because, that's a motion
Okay.
to grant.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Extension is granted.
And there's a lot of detail that goes
Yeah,
into it.
that's not anywhere close to being,
Is this what
Determined.
we're missing a packet of drawings and hard drawings and such? That's-
we're
that's-
missing a lot of things.
Well, I
We're
mean, that
missing
was
a lot
one of the,
things.
that was one of the.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he
That's the one I'm
said.
trying
Yeah.
to.
I do not
refresh the
remember
memory.
getting those. He gave them electronically.
right.
Yeah,
But
but
with the hard
has to be a
copies.
hard copy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
And then even if he did, they didn't come to the meeting.
Right,
So it's like, well, it's confusing. It just confused everybody, because they didn't come.
we certainly don't want to just approve
And
because of
the
time, so.
comments that Max did were very good, because I said, Max, this is gonna get very confusing, because we had all those other
Mm-hmm.
comments, and Max took and combined them all
put
together,
everything
and he
together.
has like color coded, so I have those ready
did they ever
for-
follow up to indicate why they didn't, I mean, did they just simply forget or they?
They said they had too many outstanding approvals, and they had to address the comments.
And
They-
just
And they were
didn't have-
waiting for more comments.
Yeah.
But apparently they took their plan and went straight to the engineer and addressed the comments, and then we didn't get them.
Until after the fact,
Yeah,
Okay.
it kind of, it really screwed everything
Yeah.
up. Nobody knew exactly the status of where they were.
Okay, that takes us to the Oak Grove Cemetery mowing contract. What's the detail?
This is for Edgar Lingle
Yep.
again at 120,
Okay.
same as last year, and I think Brad had spoke with him.
He was willing to do it again.
All right. good to go.
Same simple
Okay.
contract. It's to start on May 1st.
Okay.
Usually there's not much before that. I hope not.
Mm.
Unless they would go out and clean up. I don't know how much cleanup is needed.
Right, how many
Yeah.
limbs, we had that wind came
Yeah.
down through there.
Yeah.
pretty good.
There's probably, it's probably pretty littered, I would think.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this paragraph in the middle. For the term set forth above in the year 2024.
Oh,
Oh, did I miss one?
Oh, that's okay, I just want to make sure that I wasn't, okay, so we can just line that, 2020, right, handwrite it
just
in
put-
initially.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I caught a couple of them.
No,
I missed
that's
that one.
okay. And there's two copies. So-
Yeah, two originals.
Well, before I sign, I guess, make a motion to approve the contract for the mowing cemetery. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Brad, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Contract is approved. Thank you.
For Edgar.
Oh, for Ed
For-
Lingle. Yep.
And.
herein known as Eddie.
Yeah. And the 120 for that.
Yeah.
Daisy. Approve the flood hazard mitigation project opportunity forms. So, can you give us the backstory on that? You said there's no obligation, this is just forms filling out,
Right,
kind of like a placeholder.
we actually are in the county hazardous mitigation plan. And that has to be updated and amended every so often. And Sean and I had gone to all of the sessions last year. They just had a virtual one, I did not get to attend that. That was at 6 o'clock one evening, and I just didn't, actually I was still here at work, but there were 2 projects that were discussed. That was the last session I had gone to. And Tom Groppensberger had mentioned about Pine Hill Road and then New Valley Road also. So he helped put these together, and these are actually flood mitigation projects. It says hazardous, but it's not really hazardous, it's flood mitigation. But it can be whatever the hazard is, it doesn't, you know. And so one is Pine Hill Road, and it's the flood that keeps, the water that keeps overtopping the bridge there. And he has that estimated at $495,000 to $730,000. But they're just estimates, of course, and it depends when you do it and how extensive what you do. If you're cleaning out more sediment that goes more upstream, and there's stuff downstream, I don't know. You ought to talk to Tom. Right. He knows more about, probably JT knows about it. But anyway, you can talk better about this.
I have a question while you're on that, maybe. They're selling that property.
I saw.
Okay. So
and they were going to replace that culvert pipe, the driveway culvert.
Is that something that has to be told to the new buyers that they're going to have to fix that, or how's that going to work?
They're going to have to fix it. It's going to collapse on its own. I mean,
yeah, it's got a big divot in the driveway.
I think the estate just didn't want to deal with it.
But then the other people, whoever's coming on, should know that that is
right. That is.
How do we address that?
Do you know if your dad? He mentioned that too. That it should be.
I mentioned it to him last night at dinner. That
about the estate.
About the estate should be told at least of this potential grant opportunity as well as potential need for that driveway fixing that pipe forward.
So has he been in contact? He said he had some contacts.
He had some contacts with somebody at the estate, I believe, and then he also was talking to Steve Goodyear as well.
I'm sorry.
Somebody at the estate.
Someone at the estate, and then also I believe he was talking to Steve Goodyear as well.
Okay.
The adjacent property owner.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when the, I saw there's an auction there. There's a big sign up that says auction. But I didn't catch the date.
I think it's April.
Is it 25th?
It's the 20th or the 25th, I think is what it is.
So the property's gonna be auctioned?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, actually I guess it is, yeah. They're gonna do all the contents before that.
Yeah.
Online.
Does it say who the auctioneer is?
Fawnstock.
It's Fawnstock, yeah.
Well, you could send him a letter and indicate to him that just so he discloses to any potential buyer that
There's an issue.
Yeah, that would have to be done.
And there's something too about, isn't it in the Conservancy too, JT?
There's talk of Conservancy doing something.
Okay.
I don't know what that.
There's like
where that
40
is.
acres.
When's the auction? Is it soon or is it?
Middle of April.
Yeah, I think it's April 20th.
So how's the Conservancy?
I'm not
affect
sure. Do you know that
the township?
connection?
You'd have to talk to my dad on that one.
You know, if it doesn't have anything to do with the township, then I wouldn't worry.
It's a
about it.
private driveway that the culvert is sinking, and it's too small, and it really needs engineered.
It floods our
So
roadway.
Gordon was involved in that. Do you know anything about that, Gordon? You and Tom were going back and forth when Burkett had done the plan. Do you recall that?
Yeah, we looked at it, but he didn't really have any backup to size the culvert. And we just basically told DEP that, and that's the last I heard of it. I think DEP said, I don't know where I heard it, but DEP got back to him and said, This isn't, it's not a general permit, you gotta submit more data, and that's where it stopped.
It needed an H&H study or
Yeah.
something, I believe.
Yeah.
And when they saw how involved it was, they just said, then she passed and they
Yeah,
just
as soon as she-
let it go. I think that's in simple terms what happened.
Well, I don't know if you wanna get a letter together with Gordon, just to put them on notice that, hey, there's an issue here, that the winning
Okay.
bidder will end up having to, deal with.
Why don't I get with Gordon and Tom? He had some contacts, I
Yeah,
know,
right,
and
yeah.
then we can try to put something together. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, just some type of general notice that they know
I'm
this.
not gonna design the thing, I can tell you that.
I'm not gonna decide anything, I can tell you that.
No, I didn't mean that. Just a note. Okay.
Okay, so, back to the original, so we are just voting to approve.
You are just
filing
voting
the
to, yes.
application. There's no expense being.
There's no expense.
to.
These are just like visions, almost like
Right.
your comp plan. That
Their
these
wish,
are-
their wishes.
Yes.
Okay.
But I do understand that if there would be some type of like disaster or something,
That there would
if
be.
it's on our.
If it's on if we list it and it's on record with them, if any money becomes available for any reason whatsoever, then we can possibly,
It might have a.
we might have a
higher
chance of
rating,
getting
you know.
some of it.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything, the chances are nil. So, that's the way I understood it.
Is that a motion?
I'll make the motion, yes,
Okay.
to approve those, yeah.
You have a second?
I'll say.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, approved,
I'll send those off.
filing for those forms, and that takes us to hiring a secretary treasurer. We did meet with a candidate, gosh, I'm losing track of days, was that a week ago, 2 weeks?
Oh, no, way longer than
Month
that,
ago?
month ago.
Oh, geez.
Can I interject here?
Please.
Is there any way that we can have a executive session to speak amongst ourselves?
I'm okay with having an executive session.
Just a brief
Yeah.
About,
Is there any,
Personnel?
personnel.
I don't think we're hiring somebody that's not on staff. I mean, if it was for purposes of, discipline and things like that, I think it would be appropriate, but I just,
okay, well, okay, so it sounds like we
That's fine.
cannot, is there, are you wishing to table the decision?
Yes.
Okay,
that's-
okay. And that's,
I-
I respect that, thanks for, sharing your concern, and so, you make a motion?
I would like to make a motion to table that item on the agenda this
Okay,
evening.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're gonna table the hiring of secretary treasurer. That takes us to rescheduling, the May Board of Supervisor meeting from the 27th to the 20th, right?
No.
No, it is, it's supposed to be the
Supposed to be
20th,
the
right?
20th?
It was already rescheduled because of the holiday.
Because of the holiday.
But when they scheduled primary, which I didn't bother checking that in January or December, whenever I put that,
Pennsylvania.
it actually is primary election day, so we can't, they'll be here
Oh,
with the election, so we
okay.
can't have a meeting.
Okay, so we're moving it to the 20th.
No, it is the
Or, I'm sorry,
20th.
it is the 20th.
It's scheduled
We're
for
moving
the
it to
20th.
what?
I don't know, that's
That's
what
what
we
we
have
need
to
to decide.
decide.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, yeah.
We have to move, the meeting was scheduled for the 20th and advertised for the 20th, so I'm gonna have to re-advertise that meeting because it conflicts with election day.
Okay. And the 27th?
Well, it's the day after Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
that's
that's,
what you're
yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to jam
Um,
anybody with the,
Does it have to be a Tuesday, or is that not good for?
not for me. It doesn't have to be a Tuesday.
It doesn't necessarily for me either.
Mr. Retired. Yeah, okay.
Do you have
You
a
wanna pick a
calendar
day, Sean?
there?
I do, yeah.
Okay, what is Thursday?
There's a calendar, all you gotta do is flip the
Yeah, but
pages.
it's February.
Let me look at my other calendar.
Thursday would be the 22nd, if we did it on that Thursday of that week, would be the 22nd.
I'm sorry,
Is
what was that?
good?
If we did it on a Thursday of that particular week, it would be the 22nd of May.
Okay.
Is that good for
Oh, yeah.
the
Mike.
solicitor?
Is that good for you, the 22nd?
A Thursday? Or do you have a commitment on Thursday?
22nd of
It's the fourth, it's the fourth Thursday of the month. It might be.
Fourth Thursday? Well, it's right before Memorial Day weekend too, but
Oh,
we could go the week before if you want. I mean, that's up to
well,
you.
let's see what Mike's got.
That's good for me.
22nd?
22nd? Okay.
22nd?
I'll make a motion, we move it to the 22nd of May
Okay.
at 7 PM.
I'm seconding.
Yep.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Rescheduled Board of Supervisor meeting for May 22nd. Brad second.
Great.
Yep, Sean made the motion, Brad second. Okay. Oh, that was hard enough. All right.
I'm sorry. that
No,
was
no,
confusing.
that wasn't your fault, announcements, March 4th, 7:30 PM, the planning commission meeting will be here. March 9th is daylight savings time, spring forward. April 18th is Good Friday, the office will be closed, there's no change in trash collection. And then spring cleanup is going to be Friday, May 2nd, from 6 AM to 1:45 PM. And May 3rd, from 8 AM till 12 noon. And do we have folks already lined up, or is that something?
I think I'll have to look and see, yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to see.
Is there a newsletter before?
Yes, it will be. Lord willing, I'll get that done in the middle of next
Okay.
month. I'd like to get it out by the end of next month.
Mhm.
Is that something you can get with Johnny, or you want me to get with Johnny? Okay.
And then don't forget about History Night on April 10th.
Yeah.
I should've put that
Did
in
I
there.
miss?
No,
No, I
it's
didn't
not
have
on
it in
there.
there. Nancy announced it.
But Nancy
Okay,
announced
so
it.
Nancy, would you announce that once more, please?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, would you announce that one more time about
April
the?
10th at 7 PM with Brian Hummel.
Is that a Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I thought so.
April 10th, 7 PM?
Be here, you might learn something.
Yeah, always entertaining.
He's always interested.
Takes us to approval and payment of the bills.
General fund checks 18221, 18251 in the amount of $33,426.58. I had to void check number 17990, was actually from last year, and it was for Layman's when they inspected trucks. And he said, let me check on it, well, then he forgot, and then finally when he got back to me, it was from November of last year, but that is it's the last check on there on your check register, so that's really in and out in 2025, so that's really, it's kind of in and out. And they couldn't find it, so I don't know if they didn't get it or they lost it. Payroll checks 8467 to 8473 in the amount of $5,521.71. Payroll checks 8474 to 8479 in the amount of $5,890.58, and there were no payroll checks voided.
Okay, since you're not obligated on, do you want to make the motion?
Well, actually, can we do it this way? I make a motion that we pay all the bills with the exception of check number 18246 and 18248. That should be yours.
Yeah, but why are you making it?
No.
Oh,
the exception
okay,
of
yeah,
those.
okay, yep, all right. I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
And I'll make a motion that we pay check number 18246. Brad, you need to second that one.
I'll second.
I'll abstain.
Okay, call
Okay.
for the vote.
And we got,
All
did we
in
get
favor?
Brad's?
We got Brad's.
Brad's,
Well,
okay.
no, for that one. That was just one motion
Yeah,
for that one
okay,
check.
I'll make that one, yeah, okay.
You with all this, Mike?
Okay. Those,
Yeah.
Okay, so you abstained from the first one?
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay,
or no.
I
Jim needs
just
to
got-
abstain from the first one,
Right, Jim abstained from that.
from the 18246, because that's for
okay,
Kathy.
got
Right.
that one.
Okay.
Right.
But where you said accept the 18246 and the.
Everybody approved that one.
Yeah.
Yep,
Because everybody can vote on that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then I made a separate motion for check number 18246.
Jim abstained.
and I abstained from
Brad
that.
seconded.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Now.
Now we're good.
Now we're good, and now I make a motion that we pay check number 18248.
Second.
Brad, yeah.
And Brad has to
Abstain.
abstain. All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now we're
Now
good.
the-
Okay,
now the bills
keep
are
that,
paid.
gotta keep that.
Now the bills are paid, I think.
Yes,
I
yeah,
know.
made that harder than it needed to be.
But it's done.
wow,
Yep.
voted on the,
Yep. Okay.
got it.
That takes us to the second part of citizen participation. John, you were on the list.
I don't have anything right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, any other further citizen participation? Hearing none, I'll make a motion that we adjourn. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Brad, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned at, Daisy, it is 7:36.